First of all, it must be said that the little brothers of Jesus Caritas are the result of Vatican II. We are children of Vatican II. Our getting together, summoning ourselves to the Word of Jesus, was created around the Eucharist. The Eucharist we discovered, I am speaking of myself and of the first brothers who joined me, was discovered especially through Brother Charles de Foucauld. Brother Charles de Foucauld was a great lover of Jesus. He loved to be at the feet of Jesus and at the Eucharist for hours and hours. Eventually, this has become a reality for us, especially after we came to Spello, where this itinerant, temporary fraternity began, which had Carlo as its manager. Our relationship with Carlo, and my personal one, has been a very long relationship, one of great fraternity, of great friendship. We seemed to find a gap in this passionate love of Brother Charles for Jesus. There was an intimacy with the person of Jesus, a hidden life with him. This is the mystery of Nazareth. It was not true, but in those days we felt the passion for the announced gospel was missing something. After all, Jesus had basically come to announce the love of the Father. The gospel is this good news. God loved the world so much that He sent His Son. Reading the books of Father René Wayam and also those of Carlo Carretto, and getting closer and closer to the great Foucauldian family, it seemed to us that the proclamation of the Gospels was of secondary importance. Then we asked ourselves many questions about this. During the prayer of adoration, during the Eucharistic prayer, during the Mass, we questioned ourselves about this scarce emphasis. I wouldn't say there wasn't any, but there was a little emphasis on the declaration of the Gospels. If we loved Jesus, Jesus had to be announced. However, over time, we discovered from the writings of Brother Charles, from the writings of Father René Wayam, from the writings of Charles, from all the little brothers who wrote something, from little Sister Madeleine in particular, that we were wrong in seeing a lack of this announcement. It was an announcement made in a somewhat special manner, in the manner of Charles de Foucauld, with goodness and testimony rather than with words. But the announcement was there. We have emphasized it even more, and we have felt that this announcement came precisely from the Eucharist. Do this in memory of me. Jesus told us so. And above all, the Eucharist was this convocation that the Lord did to all His people. That go in peace at the end of the Mass was not, finally it's over, everyone go do his business. Instead, it meant you have felt how beautiful, how good it is that the brothers are together. You have heard the word of the Lord, which has warmed our hearts. As Luke says in the story of Emmaus, it is necessary to take it out and to make it live outside. Therefore, we discovered that there was a cultural liturgy, the one that was done in church, but then there was the liturgy of life, which had to be done in the family, which had to be done in the streets, which had to be done in the places of work, and in the interpersonal relationships. This gave us a great boost. Let us say that we inherited all of this. Then we felt it in a special way. We made it real through the circumstances that the Lord set for us. We lived it because before the official foundation of the Little Brothers of Jesus Caritas, Brother Carlo, also following the advice of Father René Guillaume, had sent myself and Piero, who is the second brother who started, to Bologna, to the school of Cardinal Lercaro, who was one of the main figures of Vatican II, to the school of Don Giuseppe Dossetti, another great lover of the world. We did a nice retreat with him in the Holy Land, warmed our hearts even more, and many other people who gave life at that time to the Church. During these days died Father Turoldo, another great friend who was also here in Sassovivo. Many other people gave us a great charge, so to speak, about this intimate love for the person of Jesus, for this desire to manifest Jesus through goodness and friendship, but also to proclaim Him, to make Jesus known not so much, I repeat, with the word, but with goodness and friendship, as I have said, and with a very simple life lived among the people. Certainly, among the people I told you about who contributed, the figure of Carlo Carretto remains the main one, also because a common feeling was immediately born. Carlo would not have said what I have just finished saying, but he too felt that in what was happening even in Spello, the passion for the announcement was missing. Perhaps it is too much to say so, but the passion of the Church and of Jesus was missing. It will often be an ugly church. It will be a church to be almost ashamed of, as he wrote. But the church is Jesus. I cannot truly find Jesus if not in the church. The link with Carlo happened because both of us had taken a similar road at different times through the Catholic action. Carlo spent his life for the church, gave everything to the church. He also took many hits from the church and gave many himself. However, he felt that what was being born in Spello was very beautiful, even though it was not recognized then. Suddenly, a connection was established between the two. They had such a passion for the church because they had done a complete preparatory ecclesial course of love for the church, not so much theological, ecclesiological, but precisely of love. Carlo has marked our life. Sometimes people say that I am the founder of the Little Brothers of Jesus. Let's accept this saying, which I do not like much. We really feel that the founder was Carlo. It was him, above all, who pushed us, and also Father René Guillaume. When I asked Father René Guillaume if what I felt, this great passion for the church, was true within the fraternity, or if Carlo was right, while some brothers were critical, I remember well that Father René Guillaume told me, "No, we love the church passionately because the church is Jesus." It is possible that in this historical moment we are living as a fraternity of little brothers, we are not yet mature, but we must stay on this path. And then he wrote us a note that still remains like the Foundation Act. In it he said that he had always dreamed that the brothers would have this passion for the church, even of the church, the church that goes from the parish, from the abbey, the church that gets its hands dirty, that sometimes gets herself dirty. This is the church of the Lord.